Predicts Essential Podcast, Hate Me or Love Me, there's no in between. So we had a shootout up in Inwood on Winella Avenue. Um, Pretty much a drug bust by the federal task force at NYC. Some dude returned fire to the cops. One dude in custody. Same dude that shot at the cops. Obviously, he in a body bag right now. Take a listen.
On a deadly police shooting in Upper Manhattan late last night, one person was killed by officers, another was arrested in Inwood. People say they are not surprised by the violence in the neighborhood. Eyewitness News
Fair use,
reporter Johnny
ABC
Fernandez
7.
has the story.
As the sun rose, police blocked off the entrance of this apartment building following a deadly shootout with police on Friday night.
This is a drug dealer infested street, Vermilion, period.
Police say it started as an undercover joint narcotics operation between federal partners and the NYPD. Jose Jimenez lives next door to where the shootout happened. He described the gunshots he heard in the hallway, and then police telling his neighbor to stop shooting at them. Police say the shootout happened when they were moving into the first floor of this apartment building right behind me. That's when they say the suspects shot at police, and police returned fire.
Fair use, ABC 7.
They were trying to arrest one of the suspects. One suspect was killed, and the second one tried to barricade himself inside the apartment. He eventually was taken into police custody. Police say no law enforcement members were injured. They recovered 2 guns that belonged to the suspects, along with evidence throughout the night. The details of the shootout did not shock residents, but made them think about the bigger problems impacting their neighborhood.
It's not a surprise. It's a reflection of the bad things that have been going on in this area and in New York City as a whole.
And a conversation about the solutions to help fight violence.
So you see it, Villarmea Street in Inwood, shootout with the cops. They didn't know the task force was on their ass. They did a raid on them. Nigga said, I'm backing the police out, B. Other man tried to barricade himself in, got jammed up. They picked him up. It is what it is. So the mayor's worried about the rats. He's signing rat laws in effect to get rid of the rats. Doggy, the rats ain't the problem, B. If you see a rat around here, just kick it out the way, bro. It is what it is. Like, what do you want us to do? They fucking rats. Anyway, city went to shits, man. And it's always happening around this time. It really goes haywire at this time of year. It was quiet for about a good week. It wasn't no shootings and all that stuff. But now everything's back to 100% again. So now, a dude on 96th Street, older guy, 73, was beat with his own cane. They didn't show the video of that yet, so I can't do a commentary on that. But I got another video from ABC, Eyewitness News. Fair use. 77-year-old woman was brutally robbed in a Bronx apartment building. The Bronx is doing bad. Inwood is doing even worse because they having shootouts with the cops. But it is what it is. Take a look at this clip. But he's worried about the rat control, rat mitigation, whatever, man.
Video of a brutal attack and robbery in
Look at this. Fair use.
Around 8:30
ABC News.
A 77-year-old
Look at this.
woman was in the lobby of her apartment building in the Norwood section.
Savages.
When somebody grabbed her from behind, the suspect yanked her purse so violently that the woman went flying to the ground. When she fell, she hit her head, but she is expected to physically recover. All of that for $125. Police are still looking for the attacker.
Yo, he almost yanked Nana's shoulder off, bro. This dude needs to get punched in his face for $120, B. Like, it's insane. It's brazy to that point that you need to attack the elderly for some cash. Bro, McDonald's is hiring, B. Amazon got drivers. They hiring drivers too. Excuse me. There's no need to go after nanas, abuelas, grandfathers, B. You're terrible, B. You gotta get locked up with the rest of this. They should throw rats in the cage with him, B. But this is what Mayor Adams doing. He's worried about the rats. My man, I ain't worried about the rats. I'm worried about getting bopped over the head when I'm coming out of a store getting shot at. That's what I'm worried about. A rat, I could kick that motherfucker out the way. Oh, fucking rats. Kick that motherfucker out the way, bro. I ain't running from no rat. I'm running from that gunfire in the city, B. That's what I'm running from. Check this out, rat mitigation. This fucking guy, bro.
It is a problem that has plagued New York City for decades. We're talking about rats. Well, today, Mayor Adams signed a new package of bills to try and control the rat population. It is called the Rat Action Plan.
Fair
But
use,
will it be
ABC
enough?
News.
Here's Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett.
They're huge. I've seen them the size of raccoons. And, yeah, they're everywhere.
I definitely see them. They're our neighbors.
By most estimates, there are roughly 2 million rats in New York, a population that's exploded since the pandemic, scurrying through the streets of the nation's largest city, where there is food to be found just about everywhere.
Rats do something to traumatize you, and you never live through it. And I hate rats.
Mayor Adams signed a series of laws in the city's war on rats. Exterminators will be required for certain construction sites, and problem neighborhoods will be designated rat mitigation zones for annual rat mitigation audits to track progress. Trash bags may not be placed at the curb before 8 p.m.
You want to put black bags on the curb? Not before 8 p.m. You want to do it earlier? Great. You can do it at 6, but it has to be in a container.
A recent survey found that New York's rat problem is one of the worst in America. According to Orkin Pest Control, the city is second only to Chicago and followed by LA, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco.
There's still a long ways to go in New York City. Hopefully there will be more and more push towards putting garbage in sealed rodent-proof containers.
Like most New Yorkers, Mayor Adams has had his own close encounters with rats.
When I purchased my home, I had a real rat infestation. We removed and killed 79 rats. If you see a rat in your home, you never feel comfortable in that room in your house again.
Last year, the city's 311 system received more than 25,000 calls about problems with rats.
Trust me, the rats are a problem. We're not going to deny that. It's city of New York. The more the population is dense, it is what it is. It's more food discarded, more litter. So they're always eating. I see people that throw half-eaten hot dogs or pizzas or bags of popcorn. They're feeding the rats and the pigeons. You got the pigeons as the problem, the seagulls when you go to certain areas of the city, and the rats. But doggy, we gotta talk about crime. Elderly people shouldn't be getting fucking robbed for a fucking purse with $125 in it, B. Nobody should be getting shot walking up the block. You're worried about the wrong thing. Well, everybody should take their part. Instead of running from the rat, they should be taking a fucking shovel to the fucking rat. Instead of fucking running, it's crazy. But what you think? Let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. It is what it is, man. Predictions Such a Podcast. Hate me or love me, there's no in between. Rats, elderly people beaten, and you got shootouts in the goddamn building where people living at. It's crazy. You gotta do something better.